welcome to the Fans Only Sports Network, and welcome to Seekonk High School for NEYT action on the Fans Only Sports Network. The Worcester Cowboys take on the CLCF Chiefs in our 14U matchup. Charlie Adams here on play-by-play, joined by Ashton Allison, and we're just about ready to kick things off. CLCF in the tan jerseys, ready to return as the black jerseys of the Cowboys ready to kick off our first quarter of action. Thank you to everyone tuned in on the Fans Only Sports Network, live or on demand, bringing in this football action. Been a couple of great games to start off our Sunday. And here, our third game, 3 more to follow. Games 4, 5, and 6 today will be brought to you by Tim Yeen on play-by-play. The kickoff will squib up the middle. It will go past CLCF and into the end zone, where it's going to be returned from there and brought down at the 10-yard line. So not going CLCF's way off the kickoff. The Chiefs pinned back deep to start off our first quarter. A big kick has CLCF pinned deep to start off things here. Worcester ready to defend after their 10U team fell to Top Gun in our previous matchup that you can watch on demand. Now here, trying to avenge that loss against CLCF in our 14U stage, the Graduates Championship. As the first play on offense for CLCF is going to be a 9-yard run. It's 2nd and 1. And the second down run will go for enough to move the chains. It's a first down. What happened to you to first down after the pickup on the ground? Another handoff here. Tackle to the outside, not much of a gain, and some excited Worcester players on the sideline with 2nd and 2nd and 7 after the gain of 3. CLCF, the Chiefs wearing the tan jerseys, handing it off to the right side. Worcester is going to be all over that one, tackling him in the backfield for a loss. Another big play there. And that pass is going to be taken away by the Cowboys, bringing it down the sideline to the red zone with the interception. Worcester getting started off on the right foot with that one. big play from Richard Darko. And that turnover has Worcester right on the doorstep of scoring. Handed off and pushing forward. Worcester is just yards away now from putting away the first touchdown of the game. It's going to be 2nd and 2 after the interception, and now the gain, and on 2nd and 2 it's punched home. Worcester is fired up to start here with a early touchdown. They lead 6-0 over the Chiefs. And scratched that touchdown off the board, a holding penalty against the Cowboys. So we're back to 0 here, and before we see a repeat of 2nd down, now 12 yards away, we're going to have a timeout taken. We'll take a timeout as well here on the Fans Only Sports Network. No score yet in our first quarter between the Cowboys and the Chiefs. We'll be right back. Welcome back as the dark clouds get darker here, and the pass to the back of the end zone, going up for it, it's brought in. A great catch for Worcester to get on the board. Looks like no penalties this time. And now the Cowboys have the first score of the game. A great throw, a great catch to get Worcester started off on the right foot following the interception from Richard Darko. And now they'll go for the conversion, pushing forward. And at the goal line, they get past. And they're in on the conversion. Successful 2-point conversion has the Cowboys up 8-0 early on in this first quarter of action. Now we'll get back for the kickoff. The Cowboys did kick off to the Chiefs to start this game and pinned the Chiefs back deep. So a kickoff coming. Booted away and received on the fly. The return coming up the right sideline. Good tackling. And Worcester pins them at the 30-yard line. $70 yards for CLCF as they look to get back even with the Cowboys after the opening touchdown. Handoff faked. Now handed off and pushing the pile forward. It's going to be second down. Not much gain on that one. Now 2nd and 8. Thank you, everyone tuned in on the Fans Only Sports Network, live or on demand. Be sure to follow us on social media at FO Sports, FOSPORTZ. A little wobbler screen pass there on the outside, brought in and quickly wrapped up out of bounds. Anthony Ant Garcia with the tackle there. Third and short now. CLCF in a huddle. Again, follow us on Instagram and X, formerly known as Twitter, at FO Sports, FOSPORTZ, as well as our website, fansonlysports.com. Again, SPORTZ. Keep up with all the broadcasting that we do across New England. As another rushing attempt from CLCF. Doesn't get much. And again, it's Anthony Ant Garcia on the tackle, or at least the first half. And now 4th and 5. It's going to be a punt coming from CLCF, it appears, as the Cowboys have a man deep. The punt is going to be brought in, one block, and then the tackle after a short gain. But the Cowboys are fired up. Jackson Finnemore with the punt return after breaking a tackle has the Cowboys back on offense in a pretty good spot to start at the 43-yard line. Cowboys lead 8-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. Snap taken, and making a run for it is Aiden Ball. Now 2nd and 12 here. All the action this weekend taking place at Seekonk High School in Seekonk, Massachusetts for the NEYT Championships. Here are 14U Graduates Championship as the toss to Ball. Ball looking to shed that tackle, but it was wrapped up and brought down after gaining the 2 yards back, and it's 3rd and 10. Coming up next on the Fans Only Sports Network for 3 p.m., the 13U Underclass Championship between the NE Brotherhood versus Worcester Cowboys. The Worcester Cowboys are represented in 3 championships in a row from their 11 a.m. game that just went final against Top Gun, and then here versus CLCF, and of course that 13U game as well. drop back, throw downfield, and perfect pass there completed and taking off to the end zone. There's a flag in the backfield, but a great catch and a great pass as Worcester continues to roll on here with Jackson Finnemore receiving the touchdown pass. And the touchdown is going to stand here as the Cowboys add on to their lead. Bradford Perry with a lovely pass there. And it's 14-0 with 4 minutes to go in our first quarter. We haven't seen any runaways today. In fact, both games were anybody's game down to the final second, with Top Gun bringing home both of them so far. And now on the conversion attempt, it's no good. The Cowboys up 14-0 over the Chiefs. CLCF looking for an answer here as they prepare to receive the kickoff, trailing by 2. So we'll kick it off here. Once again, the Cowboys gonna send it deep. Boot it away. It's brought in at the 20-yard line. The return heading down the middle. And it'll be stopped up there. Another good kickoff for the Cowboys. They lead 14-0 as CLCF takes over their possession here. Another good kickoff from Keegan Spalding. And the snap, drop back for the Chiefs. The roll out to the left. It's going to be thrown away to the sideline. Under heavy pressure from the encroaching Worcester defensive line, forced to throw it away. It's going to be 2nd and 10. So 2nd and 10 after the throwaway and a pass to the right sideline, and wrapped up after a gain of about 7. Now 3rd and 3. On 3rd down and short, we'll see what CLCF has to offer here. leading 14-0. The handoff is going to not get them much. Quickly brought in, and it's going to be 4th and short. Fourth down coming up for CLCF in their own end. The Cowboys already up 14-0. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first. Had our 9U and 10U games in our first two matchups today. Now we jump to 14U. And a whistle and a timeout's going to be called here with just under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. 4th and 1 when we return here on the Fans Only Sports Network. Worcester leads 14-0. Welcome back. After the timeout, the 4th and 1 play is going to be enough to move the chains. So CLCF keeps their drive alive as we are approaching the second quarter here with minute 45 left to go. First and 10 on the 4th down conversion, and CLCF ready to resume action here. Trailing 14-0. The handoff is immediately jumped on, and a big play from out of nowhere as Worcester, another tackle for loss there. Second and 12 now. Under a minute. Clock runs here in the first with the faked handoff. It's going to be a quarterback keeper trying to shake off the tackle, and now a pile of Worcester defenders coming in to help complete it. After not much gain, we'll likely not see another play until the second quarter. It's going to be 3rd and 7. Sorry about that. 3rd and 7. And we'll run it in the second quarter as time runs out in the first. 14-0. Worcester leads over the Chiefs. We'll be back with more action here on the Fans Only Sports Network. welcome back for your second quarter as a deep throw to start it. And it's going to go incomplete for CLCF, and now 4th and 7.
Did they give y'all the theme song that was on the email?
And now with that penalty, it's 1st and 10. CLCF continues their drive with a push up the middle that reaches the line of scrimmage and goes no further. It's 2nd down. Second and 10 as our second quarter is just getting started with the Cowboys leading 14-0. It's going to be a toss to the running back and brought up the far sideline. It's good for a 1st down. It will move the chains, and CLCF is looking to get on the board here in our second quarter. Looks like a CLCF player injured on the field. We'll step aside for a second here. 14-0, a 1st down for CLCF. When we return, we'll be right back. Welcome back after the injury timeout. We're ready to resume action with a 1st down run. Gets about 5. Now 2nd and 7. Worcester has been impressive early on here with Richard Darko's interception and a quick capitalization. Some great quarterback play from Bradford Perry as well. Now their defense, after letting them reach this point with a penalty, trying to stop them in Worcester territory on 3rd down. So 3rd and 6 coming up. CLCF trailing by 2 scores. Snap taken, another halfback toss. And the pile moving forward, and that's certainly going to be enough for a 1st down. Now in the red zone. The Chiefs inching closer and closer and holding plenty possession time here in the second quarter as we just passed the 9-minute mark. Lining up on the left hash. Bit of a high snap brought in. It's a quarterback keeper driving through traffic, and a big collision wraps him up with a couple yards. So 2nd and 7. Charlie Adams here on play-by-play. Tim Yeen has you covered for the final 3 games of this Sunday. our 3 p.m. matchup, the 13U Underclass Championship between the NE Brotherhood and Worcester Cowboys. Well represented here as handoff on second down. Can't do much, might have even lost a yard. It's 3rd and 8. CLCF breaks their huddle on a big 3rd down here. It's going to be a screen look to the wide receiver who's taken down swiftly. As Worcester with a big tackle coming up on 3rd down. It's 4th down and interesting decision coming up, trailing by 2 scores. So on 4th and 7, here in our second quarter, the offense stays on the field for CLCF. They're ready to convert another 4th down, and the throw headed towards the corner. There's going to be a flag on the play, and it might be CLCF's lucky day with that one, as that's certainly looking like a pass interference against Worcester. And it's going to become a 1st and goal for CLCF, drawing another penalty to keep their drive alive. They're 8 yards away. The handoff quickly tackled by number 0 for Worcester. J.J. Monteque with the tackle, and it becomes 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line. So on 2nd and goal, CLCF barreling through. Coming up short, it'll be 3rd and goal. A little bit of a limp there from third and goal and about 6 yards to go.
What's happening, Coach? Can you hear me?
5.5 minutes in the second quarter. Thank you to everyone tuned in on the Fans Only Sports Network.
Nah, it's all right.
Your NEYT 14U Graduates Championship. Tuning in live or on demand as 3rd and goal coming up. 3 wide receivers out to the left for CLCF, but before the snap, where again whistles here.
If you want to have 8 kids showing up, then let's just pull the plug now. I don't want you out there for 8 kids. Yeah, just
And a fade to the back of the end zone and a wide open target. It's brought in for a touchdown as CLCF is on the board here.
they can expect that they will be 100% fully refunded. Okay? Yeah, and all the information is going to come from me to just give me a little bit of time till maybe tomorrow morning because I'm dealing with championship today. All right?
The Chiefs have found their way into the scoring column, and as they trail 14-6, they're going to go for the extra point.
I'm taking teams to Ohio. Yeah.
The extra point is up, and it is good.
June 28th.
And now the Chiefs trail by a touchdown. Just 7 points separate them from the Cowboys, as the Cowboys look to answer when we return here. Our second quarter continues. Score 14-7. Worcester up by a touchdown here on the Fans Only Sports Network. Welcome back to the Fans Only Sports Network, as after the Chiefs' first touchdown of the day, they're ready to kick it off. Just about 5 minutes to go in this first half. It's going to be a squib nearly brought in before Worcester jumps on it. The onside kick attempt. So after the failed onside kick, the Cowboys will start at right around midfield. They're on their own 49-yard line. Bradford Perry takes the snap and hands it off. Rush up the middle, refusing to be tackled. Monteque finally goes down, but not after gaining the first down. A great rush for him. The Cowboys quickly responding after the touchdown with a good first play. Now Monteque motions, gets the handoff from the right side, and pushes forward for a couple. It's going to be 2nd and 7. Second down and 7 as Bradford Perry returns to the huddle. In the shotgun. Running back to his left. The handoff. And another short gain, but a gain nonetheless for the Cowboys. It's going to be 3rd and short. Player is going to be slow to get up here after that tackle. And that's going to bring on an injury timeout. 3:36 to go in our second quarter. We'll be right back. It's 14-7. Worcester with possession of the football, lead by a touchdown. Welcome back after the injury timeout. Another handoff, and this one has some life as shedding tackers and bringing it all the way to the goal line where he'll be stopped just short. Mason with the run. Now 1st and goal, just 1 yard away. Cowboys right at the goal line. Trying to push the pile, and it looks like they'll come up short on that attempt. 2nd and goal coming up. Now 2nd and goal. Still just about a yard out. The handoff and a touchdown for the Worcester Cowboys. They're back in the scoring column once again, answering the Chiefs as another score. Getting it on the ground from just a yard out. Anthony Ant Garcia with the touchdown, the 3rd of the day. 1st of the day on the ground. Now once again, Worcester is lined up for the 2-point conversion attempt. It's a handoff and punched through. It's good for 2. 22-7. The Cowboys are back in command of this one. Another good offensive series resulting in a touchdown, as now the Chiefs take back over possession with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go in our first half. This has been our biggest runaway of the day so far. After 2 very close games in our 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. matchups. And the kickoff takes a bounce before CLCF fields it on the left side before being taken down around the 40-yard line. Runs the clock under 2 minutes. Now 1 minute and 55 seconds for the Chiefs as they start their drive, likely their final drive of the first half. And for some momentum heading into halftime. And to start the second half, CLCF will be kicking off to Worcester. Makes this drive even more important for the Chiefs. Three wide receivers out wide for the Chiefs, and stepping back, a pass down the field. It's going to be intercepted, or is it knocked loose? It's brought in, the interception. Another one for this Worcester team. Quincy Apaya with the interception. It's the second of the game. And quickly, Worcester is back on offense with a minute and 46 seconds to go in our second quarter. Drop back, the throw on the money. Another reception there for Jackson Finnemore, and Finnemore wants a little more as he goes down the sideline to the 10. He breaks the tackle and will walk into the end zone. A touchdown for Worcester on their first play after an interception by Quincy Apaya. Jackson Finnemore has his second touchdown of the day. Another score for the Cowboys, and they are heading into halftime with a large lead in their favor, and they'll receive possession to start the second half. There's a minute 30 to go in the second quarter as the Cowboys will try to go for the two-point conversion to make it a nice 30 in the scoring column. A handoff, and it's going to be punched in for two. Successful two-point conversion as Mason gets it to go on the ground once again. Back-to-back two-point conversion successful for the Cowboys. They lead 30-7. Be another kickoff coming up. Worcester waiting to kick things off. Keegan Spalding, the kicker here. Spalding sends it low and straight at CLCF, and it's received on the right sideline, brought in and taken down after short gain and 43-yard line. In their own end is where CLCF will start things for their final possession, likely, of these first half. On the right hash for CLCF to start their drive here. Drop back, a throw, and a reception complete for a gain of about 8. Second and 2, and stayed in bounds. So the clock will run, and now CLCF will hurry back to the line. 3 wide receivers out wide. Drop back and a quick throw on the screen. Some blockers there for him, and a big collision. Might have lost one on the play, if not, no gain.
They were married, but they were in the process of separating.
And now a timeout's taken with 43 seconds to go. CLCF trying to make the most of their final possession here. We'll take a break. 30-7. Worcester with it in control, and possession coming at the start of the second half. We'll be right back. Welcome back as CLCF hurries to the line. And the snap is going to be fumbled and quickly scooped up. Sprinting on the scoop and score, and things have gone from bad to extremely worse for CLCF. Another touchdown headed Worcester's way. A clean scoop and score for the Cowboys has them back in the scoring column. Jason Aban with a defensive touchdown for the Cowboys. They've done it all today. Still have a full half to go. .9 lead and could be 31 points after this 2-point conversion. And they'll do it again with Mason taking the handoff, pushing forward, and crossing the plane for 2. 38-7 with 30 seconds to go in the second quarter. .38-7 with 20 seconds to go in the second quarter. You get everyone tuned in, watching live on the Fans Only Sports Network 14U Graduates Championships as the Cowboys are in control of this one. Another onside kick. This one goes right at CLCF and it's brought in. So the Chiefs will start their drive once again. Could be their final drive in the second quarter, but who knows at this point. They'll start it at the 50-yard line. .31 deficit as we approach halftime. There's 32 seconds. Chiefs have 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and 1 fumble. And now the ball is loose and whistle dead. It's an incomplete pass. It's pretty close to being considered a lateral, but just a bit ahead. Pushing forward, trying to find the open space taken down there. Now 2nd and 2. Or excuse me, 3rd and 2. Drop back flag on the play. Wobbler, and it's going to be completed. We'll see about this flag here with double zeros on the scoreboard. The penalties declined, and we will head to halftime with a 38-7 score in favor of Worcester, taking over this game here in the 14U level, as we'll reconvene for second half action shortly here on the Fans Only Sports Network. Welcome back. Second half action ready to kick off. 38-7 Worcester leading and receiving to start the second half. Charlie Adams here on play-by-play for the Fans Only Sports Network, joined by Ashton Allison doing the camera. Our third game of the day. 6 games total as we get started with another onside kick attempt that's brought in by Worcester. There's an injury, and I believe that's the kicker, Keegan Spalding, down on the field. As he's hurt on the field, we'll take a break. We'll step aside here on the Fans Only Sports Network. We'll be right back. Welcome back after the injury timeout. We are ready to resume from the 50-yard line. And an immediate flag before the snap. Just going to push the ball up 5 yards. It's 1st and 5. And a big run coming from Worcester on their first actual play of the second half. It's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Worcester continues to impress at the 14U level. A big rush and a big score to get Worcester into the 40s here. Aiden Ball with touchdown 5, I believe, or touchdown 6. Now the 2-point conversion attempt is on the way. And Cowboys picking up right where they left off. And this time Mason is blown up on the 2-point attempt. The Cowboys bring out the exact same conversion attempt and are unable to get the job done there. My reliever Tim Yeen is here for games 4, 5, and 6 that are coming up. 3 p.m. You can tune in for the first of the 3 games Tim Yeen will take you on for. Starting off with an exciting matchup between 13U underclass champion NE Brotherhood versus the Worcester Cowboys again. And if they're anything like the Worcester Cowboys 14U team, you won't want to miss it. That's live on the Fans Only Sports Network or available for free on demand. Kickoff got CLCF started around the 47-yard line in their own end. CLCF haven't been able to muster any scoring for a long while here, and it's become a runaway. And the drop back now, roll out to the left. Maybe some space down the sideline and brushed out of bounds, not before picking up the first down. So after the 401 Elite fell in the 9U matchup to start our day this Sunday, now another Rhode Island team in the CLCF Cranston League for Cranston Future team also looking to be going down a similar losing path. (44-7). Today's game's running a bit ahead of schedule after a short second game that had little scoring, likely impacted by the poor weather that seemed to have subsided here. Hopefully some dry skies from now on. Third and 7. CLCF back to the line after the handoff to the left and short gain. But still plenty to go for a first down. Fourth and 6. And dropping back to throw here. Under pressure, it's going to fall incomplete. A turnover on downs. And CLCF gives up possession here in Worcester territory. The Cowboys take over once again. So, in the third quarter with 9 minutes to go, the Cowboys are approaching 50 points here. They'll have to do it from their 35-yard line, so a 65-yard journey up the field. Starts off with a first down run for about 5 yards on the play. Second and 6. Scrambling out there, J.J. Montique. Now it's third down on right around the 40-yard line. Third and 6. Perry returning to the huddle from the sideline. Bradford Perry's had some great throws today. And here he'll hand it off. And finding the angle, there's a flag on the play. A first down picked up. We'll see about this penalty. Anthony Ant Garcia already has a rushing touchdown on the day. And had a first down rush here. The penalty drives back the Worcester team all the way 10 yards away. Now that's 3rd and long after what should have been a first down. And a deep pass down the field goes just overhead. It's 4th and long. We might see a punt coming out from this high-powered Cowboys offense. And on 4th down, the punt team is on. The punt is not getting too far, but it got pretty high. It will take a bounce in Worcester territory, and that's where it will reside. Touchdown by the Cowboys at their own 44-yard line. It's a punt of all time. So 1st and 10, as there's just 6 minutes and 48 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Time's running out for a Chiefs comeback here. As the snap taken in and brought outside by their quarterback, a keeper, and gets a good first down gain. Still a little more until the first down. And the whistles blow there. It's going to be a penalty going against CLCF, and we'll bounce it back 5 yards. It's 2nd and 7. False start. That's what cost them there. Second and 7 for CLCF in Worcester territory after a poor punt. The deep shot down the field and some separation as it's brought in. Completed down the field for a CLCF gain, and they're in the red zone. It's 1st and goal on a great reception there. First and goal and just 5 yards until pay dirt here for the Chiefs. Handed off and stopped up quickly. Not much to gain with 4:57 to go. As lining up now for a 2nd and goal. Snap taken. Quarterback keeps it, and it is brought down Worcester is playing some good goal line defense here. It's 3rd and goal. And again, Worcester is not allowing anything for this team.
Absolutely nothing, Jazz.
Now 4th down and goal. They have 7 yards to go. Haven't been able to make any progress since that far pass down the field to put them in 1st and goal. And now a drop back here on 4th down. Fade to the back of the end zone. It's going to be brought in, but it looked like the wrong team brings it in. It's intercepted. Going to be ruled an incompletion. And now flags on the field. Oh, there it is. It was an interception. There's a game misconduct, I believe. Penalties, interceptions, touchbacks, a lot going on here. Still trying to figure out what the aftermath of this penalty will be. Okay, so the penalty is assessed after the touchback on the interception from the Cowboys. So they'll start, instead of starting on the 20-yard line, they'll start on the 10. Worcester has possession after the interception on 4th down. So 1st and 10 for Worcester with 3:05 to go. Couple receivers out wide for Worcester. And a first run of the drive is going to be pushed out to midfield. People on his jersey all the way. He keeps on going now. He loses the football to the sideline, but not before Anthony Ant Garcia handles a 45-yard run up to the 55-yard line, or Jesus, up to the 45-yard line of CLCF territory. And we have an injury on the field, being helped up now. Walking off. He's all good. The Worcester Cowboys offense has been spectacular today. After falling short to Top Gun in the last game, their 10U program, their 14U program is approaching the 50-point mark and is marching down the field with 2:47 to go in our 3rd quarter. So it's 1st and 10 after a huge run from Ant Garcia. And it's going to be another handoff here. This one just a couple. 2nd and 7. Worcester lining up to the football. Once again, they're in CLCF territory, threatening to put up 50 points here. Already leading by 37. Handoff. Only gets a couple before being driven backwards. So it's third down. 4 yards to go. Now Worcester handoff to Ant Garcia, who's wrapped up in the backfield, a big loss. That sends them behind their original line of scrimmage, and they're now 4th down and 13. And at midfield, before we can see if they'll go for it or punt, a timeout's going to be taken with 23 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll be right back. The score is 44-7. Timeout taken on the field. We'll be right back. Welcome back. 4th and 13. Drop back. Throw downfield. Does it have this angle? It does. Another great pass. Right on the money for Bradford Perry. Putting it right where it needed to be and getting out of bounds. The 4th and long conversion. 10 seconds left in the third, and we will not hustle back to the line for one more play. We'll head to the fourth quarter with the score well in favor of the Cowboys. It's 44-7, and they're just about approaching the red zone here. As we enter our fourth quarter, we'll be right back with that fourth quarter action after this. we're back with fourth quarter action. It's 44-7, and Worcester is yards away from entering the red zone. Now ball blown up on that rushing attempt. He's tackled for a loss. It's 2nd and long. Charlie Adams here on play-by-play, joined by Ashton Allison doing the camera work. And Tim Yean is also here and ready for his game at 3 p.m., where he'll take over the broadcasting duties for the rest of the day at this wonderful NEYT event over in Seekonk High School, where thankfully the rain has stopped. I believe the fourth quarter is running clock now. Another near tackle for loss, and ball trying to make something out of it. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. So 3rd and long here. In the end of the third quarter, Bradford Perry completed a pass on 4th and long to keep this drive alive. Now might have to do a similar task here on 3rd and 15. And not much on that run either, maybe even losing a couple. It's now 4th and 17. Fourth and very long, and Bradford Perry back into the huddle. Running back to the left is Ball. Okay. Fake snap, handoff on 4th and long, and CLCF all over it. It's a turnover on downs. The Chiefs take over possession. So 1st and 10 for CLCF. Haven't scored since the first quarter. And on the first play of CLCF's next drive, they can't get much out of it. Second and 13 after the loss. And whistles on the play, a flag coming out. Under 7 minutes to go as more backwards offense for CLCF. They lose 5 yards on the pre-snap penalty. It's 2nd and 18. Oh, wait. 6.5 to go. The clock is definitely running here. Fake handoff, now a rollout. Pass downfield to a wide open man, and it's going to be overhead. A little too far for the wide open receiver. Halfway through our 4th quarter, no score for either team yet. Cowboys have been close to reaching that 50-point mark, but not yet. Another drop back. Roll out. Good move to stay alive in the pocket, and now being ripped down to the ground. Big tackle made there. As Richard Darko comes up big for the Worcester defense once again. Oh my. 4th and 20 coming up. Fourth and 20, under 5 minutes to go now in the 4th quarter. Breezing past this final quarter in this lopsided game here for the 14U Graduates Championship. Flags on the play. And with that flag, we will back it up. 4th and 25. Not your average 4th down conversion. And before we can do the punt, a whistle on the play. And we'll do the punt again. 4th and 25, the snap, the punt, and it will make it about 15 yards. I'm taking a bounce over and goes out of bounds at around 16 yards past the line of scrimmage. And that'll be first down at the CLCF 30-yard line for Worcester coming up here. Just over 3 minutes left to go. Stick around for our 3 p.m. matchup with Tim Yeen. Stick around for the underclass championship at 3 p.m. The New England Brotherhood versus the Worcester Cowboys. And Tim Yeen will also be with you for the 14U Graduates Championship. At 5 p.m., the New England Brotherhood takes on the Rhode Island Kings. And at 7 p.m., 12U Varsity Championship, Tar Heels take on the Providence 49ers. Approaching 2 minutes to go now in our 4th quarter. And can they get 50? Coming up short there, brought down as Mason nearly had the angle up the right sideline. Comes down short, 2nd and 5. Time continues to tick down in the 4th quarter as the handoff is going to get back to Mason. And it's not going to get too far, losing a yard on the play. Now under a minute. And the crowd getting behind Worcester for their championship win. Well deserved after a great offensive performance, silencing CLCF defensively, and an all-around great game. It looks like they will kneel it out and not go for the 50 points. And there it is. The kneel confirms it. Worcester has taken home the championship in a 44-7 victory over CLCF. The Cowboys dominant all game long, coming out on top by the widest margin we've had so far today. It's 44-7, your final score. And that'll do it for us here on the Fans Only Sports Network for this 14U coverage of the New England Youth Tackle Football League. And we thank you for tuning in. We hope you stick around for Tim Yeen bringing you the rest of the day's action. It's not over. It's not even close. 3 more games coming your way at 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 7 p.m. Should be fun action. Make sure to stick around. If you can't, make sure to tune in on demand. And as always, follow us on social media at FO Sports, FOSPORTZ. And check out our website, fansonlysports.com, SPORTZ, to keep up on everything Fans Only Sports, where you can broadcast, when you can broadcast. If you want to join our team, always opportunities with the Fans Only Sports Network all across New England. We hope to see you there. But for now, for this matchup between the Cowboys and the Chiefs, have a great rest of your night. We hope to see you join us for our final 3 games where Tim Yeen will have you covered. But until then, we'll say goodbye on behalf of myself, Charlie Adams, and my broadcast cameraman, Ashton Allison. Have a great rest of your night.